Hey y'all, Stacy here. Thank you so much for joining me for another warmer watch. Today we're going to be taking a look at my cute as a button warmer. I love this little guy and I'm excited to jump in. As a quick reminder up top, I am a Scentsy consultant. This is just the process that I take all of my warmers through when they're first new to me so that I can make sure that they're in a condition that I like within the 30-day warranty and that I'm happy with their performance. It's not a guarantee that this is the way that the warmer should perform or will perform, or that every warmer performs this way. It's just the process that I take these little guys through to make sure I'm comfortable with their condition. And I do this intermittently. So I do it when I first get the warmer, and I also do it as I am transitioning warmers, putting them away, taking them out, and or if I move a warmer's location. I do love how this has this wonderful little notch like so many of the Scentsy warmers do to help this sit flat. I haven't had any sort of a tipping issue with this, and I have had it since March of this year. In case this is your first time seeing it, it does have a single toggle switch, and it is a mosaic warmer. And it comes with this adorable little dish. This is a 2-cube dish. Now, that is atypical. That's smaller than most, but it is a 25-watt bulb, and I have a clear bulb in there now. I have done colored bulbs as well. I found that the warmer dish sits really nicely, and it does provide protection to the mosaic as you're changing your wax. Today, as I'm melting through this wax, I'm going to be using white peach and cranberry. I have alternating warmers going on in this room of Berry Bright and white peach and cranberry. I think that's going to be a new staple of mine. Now, I am going to drop a single cube of wax in and we'll watch it melt. But what you'll notice is when I drop the cube of wax in, a timer will pop up and everything will speed up, and I will be talking to you in voiceover because I am going to be walking away. It is always amazing to me how beautiful mosaic warmers are when they're turned on. This cute as a button warmer is one of those warmers that I don't feel like I've seen a picture or a video that does it justice. Part of the reason that I am just going to be testing this warmer and likely popping it back right in its spot is I feel like it provides just ambient, beautiful light for my filming. It's a gorgeous, cute little light, and it's always over here in the corner, providing its cute little warm glow. So I absolutely do think that this is a wonderful warmer. It's one that I bought because of its aesthetic. I was one of the people that bought it the first day. This is a warmer that actually like it sold out and was on back order for a period of time. It is just absolutely adorable. And I think that its aesthetic is cute for certainly a season, but what has made this thing shine so bright to me is its performance. It hits so many of my personal kind of must-haves for what I would consider to be a great warmer. And if this is not your first warmer watch with me, you will know I chat about these first few things pretty consistently. The number one thing for me is it is a warmer, not a super hot plate. So I am not looking for a warmer that is going to be like a hot plate. I'm not looking to make pancakes. I'm looking to warm wax. I want it to throw the scent around the air, but also I live in a busy household. I have pets and kids, and I am a very clumsy person. So for me, I want to make sure that I don't have just hot things sitting around. And this particular warmer meets that goal for me. While I find that the warmer dish gets significant in its heat and all of that, I have not found my particular warmers of this cute as a button style to get really warm. Now that might be unique to everyone, and I will say, just like as a reminder, I don't think it's ever a good idea to be like touching or moving hot wax or hot wax warmers, even lamps, regular lamps. You want to give them an opportunity to cool down. And as always, be sure to read your safety instructions that come in any warmer that you get to make sure you know how best to work it in your home and your space for your family. This is just kind of my practices and what I do. I am not a person that ever does that method of pouring the wax out when it is still warm. And I know plenty of people that do it. For me, I just could see disaster afoot. So I tend to, with my Scentsy Wax, it's so easy to remove when it's warm or cold. When it's warm, I can just pinch it right out. When it's cold, I use my little Scentsy spatula to scoop it out, or I'll use the cotton cleanup or cotton ball method to get up any of the wax without having to actually move or touch or come in contact with wax when it is hot. The other performance feature that I have found pretty consistently in all of the Scentsy warmers that I personally have is that it has a really easy time getting to its max temperature, and then it stays there. It is a consistent performer, so I'm not experiencing lots of spikes in heat and performance with this warmer as I have with other non-Scentsy warmers in the past. And certainly, like with a votive warmer, you have an open flame, and so there's just a broader range of variation. Where this warmer is unique and different from, I would say, the majority of my Scentsy warmers is I do feel like it takes a longer time to get to that max temperature. We are closing in on when this single cube of wax will likely have melted, and this warmer will still be getting hotter, I would say, for me, for about the next half hour. So typically, I see my Scentsy warmers getting to their max temperature right at about 30 minutes. And I found that for this warmer, it takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. The temperature that I typically find that this gets to by that hour is right at 190 degrees. Usually somewhere between 184 and 190 is where this lands. When this little cube of wax goes, I will bring in my temperature checker just to see how hot the wax is at that moment. And typically it's right around 155 or 160, but we'll just take a look and see what it is when this wax melts. As you can see, we are right at about the 25-minute mark, and that looks to be done. I think we're right there. So right at 25 minutes to melt the cube of wax. And we are back live. It looks to me like this is right around 25 or 26 minutes that it's taken to melt this. And I'm just going to test the temperature real quick to see what it is right now. And it looks like its high temperature is right at 170, and the average temperature in the dish right now is 163. I do find with this particular warmer that it does get hotter the longer that it sits, and then it does, I would say within the first hour, get to its max point and not go any higher after that. So typically for me, that's around 180 or 190, depending on the weather in my space and all of those different things. But this has been such a great warmer for me. I'm really glad to see that it's still performing as I expected. I would love to hear in the comments if you have this warmer and what your experience has been. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can stay in touch. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch wax melt with me. And if you need any help, if you don't have a consultant, I'd be happy to help you out. Just check out my information in the description.